So what's ByteDance hoping to achieve with this injunction ahead of the weekend deadline? And what do we know about what the status is for this case?
Well, it's a bit of a stay of execution is what ByteDance essentially are looking for, because this weekend, if there isn't a deal around the Oracle TikTok plan, and of course there's a lot of uncertainty there, then in theory their app will be pulled from app stores in the United States. That ties and is linked to an August the 6th executive order signed off by President Trump affecting that app because of concerns around national security, concerns around American data and it potentially being accessed by China. Now, what we're hearing is that the case will be heard later today, if indeed we get to that point. As you said, there is some contradictory reporting as to whether, in fact, this injunction has now been pulled by ByteDance. But while reporting suggests that there is going to be a court case later Thursday, US time, what ByteDance are arguing is that essentially the Trump administration has overreached and that this ban on the app would cause irreparable damage to the business, that it would affect them very badly indeed, and that the administration has exceeded its authority. They're taking a leaf out of the playbook of WeChat. The owner there, Tencent, filed a similar injunction earlier in the month and won that preliminary injunction as well, again arguing the similar case. And as a result, WeChat, the app in the US, has not been banned. Now, back to this deal around TikTok and Oracle, I pointed to the uncertainty there. We have negotiations continuing. It still needs to be signed off by CFIUS, and crucially, it also needs to get the backing of China.
Yeah, Tom, and also complicating the TikTok deal, maybe China shifting stance on that agreement. What do we know?
Well, state media here, including the China Daily, I've got a copy of it here, labelling this proposed deal, the plan, TikTok deal, is a dirty and underhanded trick. This is China Daily, the state media. So it is a change in tone for the media here, as you say. Earlier, on the back of this deal, we did have the likes of the Global Times and others begrudgingly accepting the terms of the deal. What seems to have changed is that you had ByteDance coming out after the Commerce Secretary Steve Mnuchin described the details of this deal. 20%, you'll remember, 20% ownership by Walmart and Oracle in this new TikTok global business. The data would be held in the United States and would be ring-fenced, but the algorithm would remain in China and remain under the ownership of ByteDance. ByteDance came out and said, look, we will continue to be the majority owner. Then you had President Trump coming out and saying, if ByteDance is the majority owner, I'm not going to sign off on this deal. And then consequentially, you've had the China Daily, the state media, coming out and saying, look, if you're going to force this TikTok sell-off to be majority ownership by the US, then China is not going to stand for it. So there are broader implications beyond this deal, which is that the Beijing doesn't want to be seen to be giving in to the pressure from the United States. It doesn't want to be setting a precedent over technology and the kind of competition that we're seeing here. So it is looking very uncertain indeed. Again, the opinion piece in this state media saying that, look, if ByteDance is forced to give up control, then China is unlikely to sign off.